Hi.
Hi.
I think that means hi in Japanese. Oh, it's ni hao. Ni hao?
Ni hao is
Ni.
Chinese.
This one meant Chinese. Oh, I'm sorry. It's been a long day.
I took a look around your head, and I discovered something. Something about the new Cyclops serial killings. Apart from Ota, there are 4 victims.
Translates
Shoko
to ashes.
Nagami,
What was that, boss? Just a weird hand movement.
I didn't get to see it.
Renju Okiura,
Hopefully she does it again.
Iris Sagan,
Trying to kind of go slow,
Is it-
see if she does it. That.
Is it the arm that's broken?
This. That.
I was gonna say because like one of her arms is broken and one of her legs.
That's her
is, like,
right arm, I think. The one that's dangling behind.
Yeah.
and So Sejima. Who was responsible for these murders? Shoko was stabbed by Renju with an ice pick. Renju was strangled to death by Iris. So cut open Iris's body. But who shot So? It was you. In other words, all of these murders were committed by different people. There wasn't just one killer. That's how it looks on the surface, anyway. But that's not the truth, is it? There's only one culprit. One person. And that person is...
Nice.
Douglas Lombardi.
Laws.
Douglas Lombardi.
Who is the new Cyclops killer?
Me. You have to like. That's the secret ending. You have to like find yourself in the mirror so you can point at yourself. The
This is a hard one. I don't know. I'm out of ideas. I tried everything. I tried everything. Let's ask boss.
Boss, who do you think?
Oh. You know what? I hate
Is
So. It's So. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't. No, it isn't.
I mean, Shoko was
Shoko.
pretty shitty too.
Yeah.
Could be, but it could be.
Dead first. She was dead first.
On the order of
Ren-
least good to not least good.
Iris.
Renju. I'm just trying to understand what I just said. That's not it. Oh wait, what was left? It's not Iris. I should have done Oda first. Wait, no.
Ota, Pewter.
I should have done Odo's collateral damage. Can't be the culprit. It's not pewter.
Yes. You. The person in front of me right
I
now.
knew it. That was the first guess.
You're blaming the commander of Abyss for this?
No, not Boss. The person inside Boss's head.
Can you at least try to make sense?
Alright, I'll explain. You know about the abandoned chemical plant in Kawasaki? There's a prototype sync machine there. You use that device to swap around bodies one by one.
In other words, the entire egg ends up being
The entire
replaced.
egg.
Mind, consciousness, memory,
Would you like an egg
They are
in these
traded.
trying times?
switched.
I don't know where it started, but at some point, you got into Shoko's brain. Then, you got into Renju's. And got rid of Shoko's body. After Renju was Iris. You strangled Renju using Iris. After that, into So. Who you used to kill Iris and Ota at the cold storage warehouse.
Okay, but how is any of this gonna hold up in court?
Now, you're in Boss's body. Inside her head.
I see. If you know that much, then I have nothing left to hide.
Weird pose.
Yes, I am the culprit behind the new Cyclops serial killings. I guess you can call me the new Cyclops killer.
Oh, there's nothing else to explore in the room. Who is inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
That was me.
You imitate her well.
Did he? She acted totally different.
From
She
the way you
did.
talked
She
and your
was-
body language, it was like the real Iris.
No, it wasn't.
Earlier, too, you almost had me fooled. Your imitation of Boss was perfect.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, there's a reason for that. Let me define some terms first. A person's memory and sense of self. Let's call that personality. It isn't quite the right word, but it'll suffice. Now, transferring that personality into someone else's brain, let's call that parasitism. The one transferring is the parasite. The one being transferred into is the host. Are you with me so far? Moving on. Even after the personality exchange is complete, the host's memory isn't completely lost. About 1% remains in the brain. So, a parasite could use that 1% to imitate the language and behavior of the host. That's how I knew about the warehouse and Sunfish Pocket, by the way. Thanks to Renju and Iris's remaining memories.
Who is inside Iris during the interrogation Sunday?
I'm telling you, it was me.
Okay.
Why are you making me repeat myself?
What the heck? That's really weird.
That means the Somnium I entered on
Expression and
Sunday.
movement.
I thought your arm was broken.
That's right.
Like, how can you suddenly like
It was
move it?
me.
How? How does he know about the original Cyclops killer? Something else is troubling me.
What's going on here?
Give me the details of each crime.
Before I do, there's something I want to hear from you. How did you know about the prototype sync machine? And not only that, you also seem to know what the sync machine is truly capable of. Why is that?
Another timeline.
That's...
Regaining your memories, are you? Human memory is fractal. If you retain even a single piece of it, it's possible to recreate the whole thing. Pieces of memories are like roots that grow into every corner of the brain, gradually, slowly, taking its time. I imagine the same thing is happening in your brain right now.
A fractal is a figure with self-similarity. Allow me to explain. See this? Whichever fragment you cut, you will see a similar shape. The whole is made up of its similar parts. This is called a fractal figure. Memories in the brain are similar. That is what he is explaining. He is claiming that from a few pieces, you can rebuild the memory.
Wow, Iva. Way
Huh.
to assume their gender.
I knew about the prototype
That's all I
for
took
gaining my
out of
memory. Is that right? No, that's not it.
Parallel worlds exist.
Unknown. Let's say then log 2, it does say unknown.
Parallel worlds exist.
I don't know who said that. I zero recollection
Saito.
of that voice. It doesn't.
Saito Sejima. Congressman Sejima's son.
What?
I researched Saito thoroughly, but I cannot find any images of him on the internet. He is listed on the family register, but I cannot find any photographs.
That's not how anything works.
Fine. I still have time.
Time?
You'll see. So, where do you want me to start?
What do I ask? Oh, continue. Just past midnight on Tuesday, Shoko was killed on Friday. If you think of that as day 1, today is day 5. What was Saito doing those days? Decided to ask him. Which day?
Day one, I guess.
Weird order, but okay.
Like you guessed, my personality was in Shoko, Renju's ex-wife. That made calling Renju easy. I need to talk to you about something. He came over without question. I think it was around 4 p.m. I had him meet me at the chemical plant. I made Renju go to sleep. Synced, switched personalities, and then stabbed Shoko's discarded body with an ice pick. I took Shoko to Bloom Park by car, using the old abandoned subway line. Must have been around 8 p.m. by the time I was finished. I tied up Shoko to one of the merry-go-round horses. After that, I used Renju's phone to send a Nile message to Mizuki.
Mizuki Daddy got caught up in something serious.
Then, I just waited for Mizuki to arrive.
Take you on to day 2 next.
No, day 3. No, the day 2.
Too late.
Sunday morning,
Ah!
I had a recording or some such thing scheduled. Oh, I am, of course, referring to Iris. I didn't want to draw suspicion, so I decided to attend, as planned. I went to Lemniscate and performed my job. And when I left, I ran into you, Date. To be honest, I was a little surprised. Just the previous night, I was a parasite in the body of Renju. I didn't think Ota had seen me. So, of course, I didn't expect to see you there so soon. You were on to me, but there was nothing I could do about that. If I ran, it would only increase your suspicion. So I decided to play my role. The interrogation began around 8:20 p.m., is that right?
Is that right?
Then you synced into my mind. But you didn't get what you were looking for, did you? As a result, you had no choice but to release me. I didn't want to go home right away. I knew there might be police waiting for me. That would make it difficult to sneak out at night. And that would put my plan in jeopardy. So I asked you to take me to Marble. I tried to find an opportunity to run, but then another unexpected event occurred. I got a Nile message from Ota. I knew I could use him. So I told him I needed his help and to meet me at Marble. He did as I instructed him to do. After that, I got into the van with Ota. But because his presence was unnecessary, I asked him to stop at a convenience store to buy me something to drink. When he was gone, I took his car and drove to my parents' house where I used to live. Yes, the Sejima residence. Of course, I knew I couldn't just walk up and ring the doorbell. Hello, Father, it's been a long time. I was also in Iris's body at the time.
I mean,
But
that
thought
still would
I
have been
could use
appropriate.
that to my advantage.
Would it? I guess.
Yeah.
But like, does he know?
I mean, she looks just like Monica.
I meant he is in Saito.
Oh, fair, yeah. Saito
But also, so Sejima didn't
Saito
know
would
that.
know because Saito also killed Monica.
Yeah,
So,
but
as soon as
he
Saito
didn't
saw
know that
Iris-
she had already given birth.
Yeah, I mean it's anime logic, right? But like, if I was Saito,
Oh.
I'd be like, who else has pink hair? Like,
Oh, I'm sorry,
it's a
Cool Man, that
genetic
the
anom-
stream died on your end. But I hope you can see us now.
So I pushed on the intercom, and sure enough, my dad invited me inside. I told him this: I want you to come with me. there's something I need to show you.
I thought she said she couldn't just ring the doorbell. Oh, okay. Yeah.
He was quiet for a while, but eventually agreed and got into the van with me. We arrived at the prototype sync machine around 11:50 p.m. By the time I was in the body of Sosajima, it was a new day.
Day 2.
Until next Saturday evening, my personality was inside Renju. My next target was Iris.
Convoluted. I hate that you did that.
I just did what you said.
Yeah,
didn't-
but I goofed. You know I was goofing.
I didn't know you were goofing. I thought you know how to do it in a weird way.
Listen,
I
this
knew
is
she would be suspicious if I asked her to come to Kawasaki, so I asked her to
confusing.
come to Sunfish.
Like this game isn't
Pocket.
confusing already.
Yeah, this was our one opportunity to
I
set
called
things
her
straight,
a
and we've
little
chosen
before 5
chaos.
p.m., and she arrived just after 6. I greeted her, then convinced her to come with me. That's when Ota saw us. Anyway, I put her in the car, then headed to the chemical plant. On the way, I made her take a sleeping pill. I knew she might run once she saw where we were going. It was around 7 p.m. when I got there, and I wasted no time switching bodies. After getting Iris's body, I used a rolled-up apron to strangle Renju to death. Then I put his body in an empty oil drum I'd prepared earlier. I put that in the trunk of the car, then headed to Sunfish Pocket. But then, something I didn't
Yeah,
anticipate.
Oda showed up.
happened.
Remember, she was driving.
Waiting for the signal in Akiba, someone knocked on the window of the car. It was Ota. He asked me something about being able to drive. He was surprised, to say the least. I didn't have time to waste on him, but I couldn't risk him finding the oil drum in the trunk. Plus, if word got around that Renji's car was spotted driving around Akiba, that would foil my plans. So, I came up with a lie. I told him that I didn't have a license, so he had to keep it a secret. That's what that thing referred to in Ota's Nile messages, by the way. And just like that, I managed to escape a bad situation and headed to Sunfish Pocket as planned. The rest went exactly as you already figured out.
Okay. I don't know if continue is to continue the day 3 or is it. I think it's if you're done with these days.
Yeah,
I think day
I
4
would
is
say,
next.
yeah.
There isn't much to talk about on Monday. Before noon, I used my old man's body to call this one Boss. You might not know this, but she and my father go back about 6 years. The two shared a terrible secret. Hinting at that
How
was
would
enough
you
to get
know?
the boss to come running to me
1% of
immediately.
memory.
I guess so.
I injected her with a sedative, then brought her body to the chemical plant.
Da-na-na-na-na-na.
I synced with her, exchanged our bodies. And after blowing my father's brains out, I cut his body into pieces. I stuffed the meat into a vase I'd brought earlier, then drove back to my house.
Messed up. Continue.
This was yesterday, early Monday morning, past midnight. In my new body, I drugged Iris, put her in the van, and
Oh,
drove to a new
this was part of day 3? Cool.
Yeah. Chaos. Always choose chaos, apparently.
Okiura Fishery Cold Storage Warehouse. I arrived around
So,
1.
so
Prepared for the
yeah.
show
So
for
I
a
woke up,
couple
had
hours.
breakfast. Then the next day, I went to the mall, bought some clothes. 3 days before then, I remembered I had to go buy some new furniture.
You know,
Um,
This
so
is
then the day after that, I did end up going to the doctor's office.
this is brilliant. If I ever get interrogated, I am going to tell everything I know in this convoluted matter. Not the right order.
Yeah, I mean, just
What can they do? I'm telling them the truth. I'm telling them, like.
Yeah.
Of course, when I say show, I mean dismembering Iris.
What is it? Show? Oh, a show. Okay.
Because of the temperature in the warehouse, it took longer than I expected to prepare, but... Well, you saw it in the video. Of course, I didn't anticipate Ota would show up. What does that make it? 3 times that brat has showed up unexpectedly? That annoyed me to no end, and I took that out on him. Dressing him up in the polar bear was an impromptu plan on my part. I didn't mean to make you think he was the killer. I just wanted to throw a wrench into the investigation. Didn't matter if you found out or not. This all happened Monday morning. I left the warehouse around 3:30 a.m.
Continue? I don't even know where we're continuing.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's at the end. So I just spoke with Grace and no sign of remorse. I was trying to keep my anger from boiling over and kept asking him questions.
Oh man.
What do you want to know?
Why didn't the sink victims resist after waking?
The prototype sync machine has a special feature.
Is it a feature or a bug?
It administers a strong dose of sedatives to the original body, and a stimulant to the host after a sync. That kept them docile.
Guess it's a feature then.
Why did you take out the victim's eyes?
You know all about the prototype sync machine, don't you? That should
I mean, yeah, I
explain
do.
it.
I knew. The prototype sync machine differed from the one at Abyss in a few key ways. The machine at Abyss is more sophisticated. Nano cables from the sync gear enter through the gap between the eyeball and socket. Then they traveled on the optic nerve canal to the brain. But the prototype sync machine isn't so advanced. To perform a sync, need to remove the left eye. Manually. The subject and the syncer have to remove their eye from the socket. Otherwise the cables cannot enter the brain. Of course, even with the eye removed, severing the connection to the brain isn't necessary. The extracted eyeball still has the optic nerve and blood vessels connected. After a sync, the eye is supposed to be replaced back in the socket. It's supposed to be safe, side effects are rare. Unless the nerve or blood vessels are damaged somehow, replacing the eyeballs isn't too difficult. Okay, then why did you take out the victim's eyes?
Of course, I don't really care about eyes. I don't need them. All I cared about was exchanging bodies with the sync. And for that, I needed to remove the left eye.
Why didn't you just put the eyes back when you were done?
That's obvious. Once I was finished transferring into a new body, the old one was of no concern to me. Why would I bother replacing the eye? I was just going to get rid of it anyway.
Where are the eyeballs that you removed?
Sure.
Shoko's is in Renju. Renju's is in Iris.
Oh, he ate them.
Iris's is in Dad. Dad's is in Boss.
Yeah, didn't we go through a timeline where
Yeah.
Their stomachs.
We found Shoko's eye, I think, in Renju's
in Renji's body?
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
sick bastard.
Yes, I ate them. Immediately after exchanging personalities.
How horrible.
What do we ask now? Probably the display?
Yeah.
To harass you. I wanted to bring out the hatred in you. That's why I called Mizuki to Bloom Park. That's why I streamed Iris's murder. Because they were important to you, weren't they? I wanted you to feel cornered, trapped. I wanted to punish you, Kaname Date.
That sounds very boss.
Yeah.
Homicide is my hobby. I have a tenacity for it, what can I say? Of course, it was also necessary to make sure people kept their mouths shut. If I took over someone's body, they would know about my crimes. I couldn't risk them reporting me, so I killed them. It was also a matter of revenge. Against you. It's personal. That's why I chose people close to you as targets. Well, except for my father, of course. That was personal to me, but don't ask. It's embarrassing.
Don't ask. It's embarrassing. Nope.
This series of murders was like a journey for me. You know,
Why would you
traveling through
ask
bodies to
that?
finally
Oh my
reach the end.
god.
That's the thing about traveling.
That's
You
my
always wind
Saito
up in the
Sejima
same
impression.
place, don't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think that is? Your home. A trip is only complete once you return home. The same goes for me. When I return home, my travels will come to
Which
an
is
end.
Date's body. Well, his body, but the body's
So I'll be
Date's
getting
in.
it back.
Yep.
My body.
What?
You stole my body. You took it from me 6 years ago. That's why I want revenge.
What are you talking about?
You have no idea what it was like inside my own head. I miss it. I miss my brain, Date. No matter how
Oh.
many people I killed, it never worked.
Yeah. He doesn't get the dopamine from killing because that was like a genetic anomaly inside the body. I
Yep.
would have thought he'd be happy. He's like, oh, now I can be happy normally. But no, he's like, I want that special rush.
Yeah,
that
this is how I knew happiness. Like, I want my familiar happiness.
I never
Ugh, I
felt happy.
guess.
I feel miserable.
You mean?
He was born with a brain dysfunction. Due to damage to the posterior pituitary gland, he was unable to properly secrete oxytocin.
Oh, that's right. My old body. How are you finding it, Date?
Body is yours?
That's what I've been telling you!
But I don't have the same oxytocin deficiency you did.
That is because I regularly supplement.
Yep.
That's the meds.
They must have increased your dosage too much.
No, but the person who had this disorder was number 89, the original Cyclops killer.
That is what I believed as well, but we must have misunderstood. Pewter did not specify who exactly was imprisoned, only that one of the original culprits responsible was currently in prison.
That's strange. That would mean number 89 is the previous chairman, Rohan.
What?
That must be
Okay, I
it.
didn't see that one.
Rohan is a parasite inside number 89's brain. Pewter must have known that.
No way.
Oh. Wait, what?
Rohan and number 89 switched bodies.
But we're Douglas Lombardi. So we.
Number 89 is
we
not
were-
Douglas Lombardi. Number 89 is not in any way connected to Sosajima's son.
No, I think we are. The body on the left, I think, is us.
Is it?
I think so.
They're saying though that the one that body is Rohan in that brain.
But that's what I'm saying. But we saw memories of Iris playing patty cake, and it's like Saito says, like memories, like they're not gone. And So we remember that, and we know that Uncle is number 89.
Okay, but maybe that's Uncle / number 89 isn't So-san. I think we're conflicted. There's two separate swaps.
So-san's is Date's current body is So-san.
Yeah.
And I think number 89 is Date's original body.
So you think it wasn't even just two separate swaps? You think it was like a 3 or 4-way swap?
I don't even know. It's confusing. We got -2 minutes left on this stream.
I know. I'm trying to finish the conversation.
Well, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. I'll process it in between, and next week I'll come up with my theories.
I was confused. I didn't understand any of it.
Let us determine.
I don't understand anything either, Date. I don't understand anything either.
Whose brain was he in before Boss?
So Sejima.
And before So?
Iris. And before
And
that,
before
Renju.
Iris? Renju. Before
And
Renju,
before that,
Shoko.
Shoko.
And before
And
Shoko, Rohan?
Whose body were you in before Shoko?
I was a parasite inside Rohan's brain 6 years ago until last year.
Rohan.
I'd lost most of my memories. I was a shell of a man. They housed me in a special hospital. But I still had those fragments of my mind left, just as I explained earlier. From a single piece, you can recreate the whole. I took my time, slowly regaining my memories. 1 year ago, I remembered everything. I left the hospital and immediately sought out Shoko Nadami. I got her body, and she was in Rohan's. When she saw herself in the mirror, she lost her mind. She was confused, panicking, running up the emergency staircase, and then...
That's why Rohan committed suicide.
After that, I spent a year perfecting my plan, using Shoko's body. I spied on you all this time. That's why I know everything about you.
Who were you before Rohan?
In that body you are operating right now, in that skull, my personality lived there.
Wait, hold on. If what you're saying is true, what about my personality?
It was in Rohan.
I'm not Rohan!
Correct. It is just as he explained earlier. Number 89 was in Rohan's body. In other words...
That's my real...
I was right. So Rohan and 89 switched. Saito and Rohan switched. Saito and Shoko switched.
Dang, that sucks, Date. You looked kind of cool.
I mean, frankly, he looks like he prefers the air.
Keep talking.
Sorry, but time's up.
Good. I hope
want
we're
my
at the done
body back.
conversation soon. We need to
It's
stop.
quite simple. Sync with me and stay inside my mind for more than 6 minutes.
And if I refuse?
I know that you won't. I know it.
Huh?
Date, look! This is streaming live!
Those are big candles.
Damn you!
If you give me back my body, I will give you the location. Oh, and of course, it isn't the chemical plant in the Kawasaki district.
Iba, where's the source?
It is being routed through numerous IPs. I cannot identify the source.
Pewter, contact headquarters, now!
Got it!
Now, What will you do? Will you agree to my request?
Is this a good spot? Probably. Saito. Saito Tsushima, likes fireworks, dislikes humans. Understandable. Hobbies, murder. Skills, stab.
NPO?
I don't know. Skills, stabbing, strangling, killing, and shooting. Okay.
NPO representative.
I think he's a Pisces.
A total Pisces.
No, I think that's March 1st is.
Non-government organization?
Oh,